Molly from Arlington Public Library. Today I want to share with you one of my favorite stories. It's the story of the Little Red Hen. But before I tell you the story of the Little Red Hen, I want to introduce the characters that will be in the story using the song Old MacDonald Had a Farm. So the first character you'll see is a hen. This tale takes place at a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm there was a hen, E-I-E-I-O. With a bok-bok here and a bok-bok there, here a bok, there a bok, everywhere a bok-bok. This tale takes place on a farm, E-I-E-I-O. The next character you'll see on my farm is this cat. This tale takes place at a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on this farm you'll meet a cat, E-I-E-I-O. With a meow meow here and a meow meow there, here a meow, there a meow, everywhere a meow meow. This tale takes place at a farm, E-I-E-I-O. You'll also meet a dog. This tale takes place on a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm there was a dog, E-I-E-I-O. With an arf arf here and an arf arf there, here an arf, there an arf, everywhere an arf arf. This tale takes place on a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And you'll meet one last character in my tale. It's a pig. This tale takes place on a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm there was a pig, E-I-E-I-O. With an oink oink here and an oink oink there, here an oink, there an oink, everywhere an oink oink. This tale takes place on a farm, E-I-E-I-O. So here's my story of the Little Red Hen. One day, the Little Red Hen found a tiny seed. She asked her friends, the cat, the dog, and the pig, "What do you think will grow if we plant this seed?" They were very curious, so the Little Red Hen asked, "Who will help me plant this seed so we can see what will grow from the seed for you and me? Who will help me plant this seed? Together we can see what will grow for you and me. Who will help me plant this seed? Together we can see what will grow for you and me." Well, the cat, the dog, and the pig were very curious and wondered very much what would grow from the seed if they planted it, but they didn't really feel like helping the Little Red Hen that day. So when the Little Red Hen asked, "Who will help me plant the seed?" this is what they said. "Not I," said the cat. "Not I," said the dog. "Not today, I just want to play." "Not I," said the pig. So the Little Red Hen found a shovel, dug a hole, planted the seed, and covered the seed up with dirt. She did this all by herself, but it was worth it because in a couple of days there was a little green sprout where she had planted the seed. So she called over to her friends, the cat, the dog, and the pig, and showed them the sprout. They were so excited to see something growing, so she asked, "Who will help me tend this plant so we can see what will grow from this sprout for you and me? Who will help me tend this plant? Together we can see what will grow from this sprout. Who will help me tend this plant? Together we can see what will grow from this sprout." Well, the cat, the dog, and the pig were as curious as anybody would be to know what plant would grow, but they were feeling a little bit lazy that day. So when the Little Red Hen asked, "Who will help me tend this plant?" this is what they said. "Not I," said the cat. "Not I," said the dog. "No way, I just want to play." "Not I," said the pig. So the Little Red Hen fetched a pail, walked all the way down to the well, filled the pail with water, carried that pail of water back to the plant, and watered it. She did this all by herself for weeks and weeks, but it was worth it because eventually she had a beautiful golden stalk of wheat. She called over to her friends, the cat, the dog, and the pig, and showed them the stalk of wheat. They were excited and delighted. So the Little Red Hen asked, "Who will help me cut this wheat so we can see if we can make from this wheat a nice tasty treat? Who will help me cut this wheat? Together we could make something delicious to eat. Who will The cat, the dog, and the pig loved delicious things to eat, but they had other plans for the day. So when the little red hen asked, "Who will help me cut this wheat?" this is what they said. "Not I," said the cat. "Not I," said the dog. "Not today, I just want to play." "Not I," said the pig. So the little red hen cut the wheat and put it in a little bag. She walked all the way down to the mill to get that wheat ground into flour, and she carried that little bag of flour back to the farm. When she got back to the farm, she did not ask her friends, the cat, the dog, and the pig, if they would help her measure the flour, mix the dough, knead the dough, and make bread, because she thought she knew what they would say. So the little red hen did that all by herself, and soon the farmyard was filled with the delicious smell and aroma of baking bread. And as soon as the little red hen took out her loaf of bread, who should come by but the cat, the dog, and the pig. They took one look at that delicious loaf of bread and asked the little red hen, "Will you share some bread with me?" So the little red hen thought and thought. She thought, "Did the cat, the dog, and the pig help me plant this seed? Did the cat, the dog, and the pig help me water the plant? Did the cat, the pig, and the dog help me cut the wheat and take it down to the mill? No. And did the cat, the pig, and the dog help her bake the bread? No." So when the cat, the pig, and the dog asked the little red hen if she would share her bread, this is what she said. "You can share this bread with me if you agree that next time when I need your help, you will help me. Will you help me next time, you three? I think we could work all together very happily. Will you help me next time, you three? I think we could work all together very happily." Well, the cat, the dog, and the pig knew all along that they should have been helping their friend, the little red hen. So they took one apologetic look at her and one longing look at the bread, and they immediately agreed that they would help her the next time she needed help. So that afternoon, the little red hen shared her bread with the cat, the dog, and the pig, and they sang songs and told stories and talked all day long. And the next year, when it was time for the little red hen to plant a seed, the cat, the dog, and the pig were there to help her plant the seed, water the seed, cut the wheat, and bake the bread. And that is the story of the little red hen. In the story of the little red hen, you might remember hearing this melody. Do 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 do. You might recognize that melody as The Farmer in the Dell. I used to sing this song when I was in school, and I had no idea what a dell was. But I'm going to show you that a dell is a valley. So here are some mountains, and this low point right here between mountains is called a valley or a dell. So I'm going to put my barn and my farmer right in this low point, the dell. And I'm going to share with you my favorite version of this song. The farmer in the dell, the farmer in the dell, hi-ho the dairy-o, the farmer in the dell. Well, my farmer has a cow who needs to be milked. The farmer milks the cow, the farmer milks the cow, hi-ho the dairy-o, the farmer milks the cow. My farmer also has a pig who needs to be fed. The farmer feeds the pig, the farmer feeds the pig, hi-ho the dairy-o, the farmer feeds the pig. My farmer also has some seeds that need to be planted. It looks like she has some carrot seeds and tomato seeds. The farmer plants the seeds, the farmer plants the seeds, hi-ho the dairy-o, the farmer plants the seeds. The farmer also has some corn that needs to be picked. The farmer picks the corn, the farmer picks the corn, hi-ho the dairy-o, the farmer picks the corn. The farmer in the dell, the farmer in the dell, hi-ho the dairy-o, the farmer in the dell. Thank you for tuning into this story time down at the farm with the Little Red Hen. Don't forget to visit us at library.arlingtonva.us to look for books and for ideas to share with your young child. Bye from Arlington Public Library.